To the cloud. Okay, welcome everyone. Great to see you all here on our weekly team training this evening. So my name is Nicole Dennis and today's the 2nd of October. I can't believe we're in the last quarter of the year. So for me, that's time to do my quarterly planning and my quarterly goals. So I don't know if many of you do that, but I like to do that, do it every quarter. So firstly, Justin is going to come on and do a little bit of training, but first I was just going to run through some announcements and things that we have for this week. So the first thing is I just wanted to show you we've organised the events a little bit better. Hopefully it's always a little tricky to know how to put all the events together and make it really easy for people to find them. So we've actually created a little events unit in the Shine Bright team group. So I'm going to share my screen so I can show you that. A lot of these slides have also been uploaded into the ASEA Business Coach where they're available. Not all events have flyers, but so that's the first thing I wanted to show you.
Not working.
Is it working now?
No.
Oh man, it's the internet. It's just shocking today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me try again. Any luck?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, I'll just have to talk you through it. So if you go into the Shine Bright team, in the units, I've set up like a little unit called Upcoming Events. So we've actually put an overall overview of all of the October events that are happening in Australia, in Europe, in the UK, in the US. So any open events, like we've pulled them off people's sites, and they're all there, so you can refer to those and see, you might know people in some of those areas to send them along to. Where we have a flyer for a specific event, and most of those are the ones that that we are running ourselves, like someone in our team is running, we have flyers for. We also will be putting all of the flyers in there, so you can like save the flyer. To save the flyer, you just simply click on the name of the event, and there'll be a JPEG image or a PNG image of the flyer there. So click on that, and then if you right click it and go save image as, or there's also a button on your phone where you can save it to your phone, and then you can just message or text it to people. So I hope that is helpful in you getting the word out a little bit better. So in October, some of the key events that we have going on is Sally Diamond, along with some other people, is doing an event in Kipper Ring in Brisbane. Now, it's not going to be just about ASEA and redox. She's got 2 other health speakers, but it will be a really great event to send people along to, and Sally will be speaking about the redox. That's at the end of October. I believe that is on the 27th of October. We also have some other events happening around the place, and you can check them out. Jen and Jeanette have a coffee meeting. There's a Sunshine Coast coffee meeting, and Justin is actually doing a few events. There's quite a few events on in Europe and the UK due to the Diamond Summit being in Ireland this year, but Justin will actually be doing an event in Amsterdam on the 21st, in Warsaw in Poland, I think the 23rd and 24th, and in Manchester in the UK on the 25th. So, and Trish Schwenkler is doing quite a number of events there. Some of them are in Scandinavian countries, and I can't pronounce the towns, so I'm not going to try. So you can just go and have a look there if you know anyone that's in those places. So yeah, sorry I couldn't share the screen. I'm not sure what's going on there. So I do want to try and do another screen share, but if I can't, I will just have to talk you through it or see if someone can get this up for me. So we've got the ASEA VR has launched NFR. Has everyone heard about that? That it's like launching NFR in Australia. It's actually already live, so you can order all 3 products. Yeah, people have heard about that. Super exciting. So a few of us that have been to convention have already started taking all 3 of the ASEA VR products. So really awesome. You can order them all now. So I just want to take you through a few important things around those products. I'm going to see if I can share my screen. If not, I've actually posted this in the Shine Bright Team Facebook group. So is that working this time? Can anyone tell me? Yay! Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so what we've done is a couple of things. We've put together, because a CEVIA is through an NFR or not for resale program for Australia, New Zealand, and also Canada. But these questions specific to what's happening in Australia and New Zealand. At the moment, we've put together a frequently asked questions document. So you can send this to people in your team, because often we get a lot of questions about not for resale, how it works and all that kind of thing. So we think that we've collated all of the questions here that are the most common questions that we're going to get asked about how this actually works, so that you can just send it on to people. So if, in summary, you can see that you're going to be charged in US dollars is the currency. It ships directly out of the United States. You can earn loyalty points on all of your auto ship orders, just the same way as that you can when you're ordering a SIA, Redox or Renew Advanced products, that you earn loyalty points on auto ship. You will not be able to redeem loyalty points on a CEVIA products. You will be able to redeem those loyalty points for anything that ships out of Australia. So any ASEA Redox, any Renew Advanced products. There won't be any enrollment packs at all available for ASEA via products. So there'll be no enrollment packs with perks and, like, the extra free sample tubes or anything like that. However, you will be able to earn a fast start bonus for the first 30 days. So if you enroll a new person and they go in and order ASEA via within their first 30 days, you will earn a fast start bonus, which is $20 US per 100 PV. So you will get that. The shipping is $15 flat rate US shipping on up to 9 bottles of ASEA. There's a $10 US discount when you order 3 or more ASEA via products. So it can be 3 of a single product or 3 different products, and you'll get $10 off per product, and a 10 PV per product discount will also be applied. In many other markets, for those of you who have international teams that you're working with, you will be able to, I'm just going to mute someone here who's unmuted. Okay, perfect. They will, if they have like an order for a standing order for a case of ASEA or 4 tubes of Renew or something that's 100 PV on their auto ship, they will be able to add one ASEA via product to it, and they'll get $10 off that product. We won't get that because it's 2 separate shopping carts, but if you are working with people in other markets, that is available to them, but not for these NFR markets. ASEA via enrollment volume will count towards a fast forward. So Julie and Sasha, the king and queen of fast forward, you'll be able to count ASEA via volume towards these. And the via enrollment volume, so if someone places an order within their first 30 days, it's going to count towards your Ascent and Diamond Summit perks. So like where you need the volume for the Ascent trip, there's also for the Diamond Summit, there's some perks that you can earn through enrollment volume. So it will count for both of those. So any other questions on NFR? Because I hope we've captured all the main ones. We've put this out to a few people. Is that all clear? Pretty clear? Okay, perfect. All right, so that's the NFR. Now we do have something exciting for ASEA via, so I just want to share that with you as well. This is also being put into the Facebook group. Okay, so we have a promotion. Who loves promotions? I love promotions. I love promotions. Okay, so this is a promotion for ASEA via to help us all get excited about it, to help us get these products to people and to get them to experience it. Now, really, really important, this is a field-led promotion by the Australian Diamond Leadership. It's for all associates in Australia and New Zealand, but it is not a corporate promotion. So if you call customer service, they will not know anything about this promotion. They will not be able to help you with any information about this promotion. This is the information for the promotion. So it's a field-led promotion. And that is because corporate cannot do a promotion for us around an NFR product. So it's our promotion. However, corporate is helping us a little bit with some of the prizes for this promotion, which is really awesome. So, but it's like we have to run the promotion. So basically there's 2 parts of the ASEA promotion. One part that is relevant to everybody that is on this call to help you expand your business with the new ASEA via range. So there's going to be prizes available, 15 prizes in total, 5 across 5 in each of 3 different categories. And a prize will be awarded every month to the top 5 in each category. And you need to, it's about your personally sponsored associates. So the first category is you have personally sponsored active associates and you enroll them with a 100 PV plus via auto ship. Okay, so you have like people, they're already consuming products, they're already active, and you get them started on a 100 PV via auto ship. So it's about you connecting with the people already in your team. That's what this part of it is about. The top 5 will win prizes valued at between 300 Australian dollars and 110 Australian dollars each month. The second category is perhaps you've got some people in your team, like we all do, that you've personally enrolled that are no longer active. If they've been inactive for 3 months or more, they haven't ordered for 3 months or more, and you get them on a 100 PV plus via auto ship, you can qualify for a prize in this category, in category 2. Okay, so that's reconnecting. The Reconnect with Redox program was a very successful program. So it's doing this, but with the nutritional line. Maybe the redox didn't resonate with them as much, but they are interested in nutritional. So it's a great opportunity for you to have a conversation. Category 3 is if you're enrolling new people and you get these new people on a 100 PV plus SIA via enrollment, then you can win a prize in the 3rd place. So it's really about bringing the ASEA VIA range into the conversations that you're having with people who are already in your team and people who are going to be joining your team over the next 3 months. So any questions about that? Is that all clear? Any questions? No, all good. Okay, so the monthly prizes, you'll get an email that will come from your upline diamonds. So it'll be kind of maybe in the first week of the following month, so the first week of November, you'll get an email announcing the October winners, and it'll have like the winners for each category. And yes, someone in the within the Australian Diamond Field Leadership will make sure that you get your prize allocated to you, and it will actually be allocated through loyalty rewards points into your virtual office. It's not going to say that here on the flyer because we had to be kind of very considered of the wording because this is a field-led promotion. So who remembers on this call all of the amazing promotions that we had over Christmas and when ASEA Redox launched that were about customers getting better value? Yeah, and who loved them? I loved them. That was so awesome. Got massive bumps in volume, and so we've put something together to focus on that as well, on that side of it. So this is people that are maybe not interested in building a business at all, but it's a way to get them engaged in the VIA range and to reward them for giving the VIA products a 3-month go. So it's to celebrate the launch of this range, NFR. So of course, when you order the 3 or more bottles, you get $10 off per bottle. But if you place an auto ship order for 100 PV plus, and here's a tip, 100 PV is getting a Source, a Biome, and a Life Max. So one of each product every month. And you do that for October, and you do it again in November, and you do it again in December, you are going to get free products to the value of up to $110. So that's 50 loyalty reward points that you're going to receive. It will go into your virtual office in January, and you'll be able to redeem that for a ASEA or Renew. So yeah, it's a great way that we're saying thank you for those people who are going to give ASEA via a 3-month go. I'm going to have a little graphic tomorrow for all of you. I'll put it out in our messenger groups, and we have like different leaders have different messenger groups, and they'll forward that on through the interwebs to you all, that you'll be able to text or individually message to people about this customer facing promotion part of it. So, if they're not building a business, they're just a customer, you'll be able to message them this little graphic about VIA products. So that's my little update on VIA. Does anyone have any questions about that, or comments, or anything that they want to ask me? We've tried to put something together to help as best as we can in the NFR regulatory environment that we have to deal with.
Nicole, I just have a question. It's not about the promotion, it's just about promoting VIA in general. Whether you can maybe even put up a post or something, offering the best information that we could be sending to people on the products, because looking into Genie, there's quite a few. There must be something basic, eye-catching, just to get them started with information.
So at the moment, there's not that we haven't got the information on the Formula 2, which is the Australia, the specific information seats on the Australia and Asia formula. That will be available mid-October. But what we are going to do is we are going to be launching this week. It will be the first one, is an email campaign that's going to have different aspects highlighted of the VIA range, and you know, what's great about it. Miriam Brewer and I did a Facebook Live the other day about what VIA Source has done for us. We also have a testimonial sheet that's in Genie. So I would, just stick to the things of people sharing their experience. I think that's, you know, like a lot of the facts and figures, unless you're a real nutrition nerd, I think that will kind of probably go over a lot of people's heads. There are also on asiavia.com, there's some infographics for each of the products as well. But yeah, at the moment, there's not a lot because it's such a new product range. There's like kind of the data sheets is the main thing that's around right now.
Just trying to keep it really simple because, as you say, we could get horribly caught up in all the nutritionals and it's not going to mean anything to people.
Yeah. So, so we will be working on that. You're going to see some stuff coming out, but it's actually being developed right now. So we've got like 3 of the emails done out of 12 that are going to go out that'll have some information in there that you can forward on to people, and there'll be some ingredient spotlights and different things. Do you have anything else to suggest on that, Justin? No.
Just on that, I don't know if it's relevant, but on Alan Noble's Amazing Molecules, he has produced a 10-minute clip about a sea of VIA.
Yes.
It's not, I know it's not, we're waiting on our formula to come through, but it is a 10-minute clip, and I think it does break it down quite nicely.
Okay, cool. We might try and get that put into Genie as well. I don't think that's in there yet. So
yeah.
Someone remind me if I forget to do that. I should write myself a note.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to hand over to Justin now because he did have some stuff on. He's only got 10 minutes left. Sorry, Justin.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. It's great to share with you again. Now, so we've got some fantastic promotions with the launch of Asia VIA, but also like recently being in the Philippines and developing countries like Poland and so forth. I think it's really important for us to get back to basics of like, how do we help people get paid fast? One of the big questions that comes up is about compensation plans and all this sort of stuff. So like, how do you get your people paid fast? Because who is the best customer that's going to stay on auto-ship? The best customer who's going to stay on auto-ship is someone who their commission depends on that auto-ship, right? Remember, the purpose of a network marketing company is to build an organization of wholesale consumers. So really, we want everyone to be getting the product, the benefits of the product at the best possible price, which is obviously wholesale. And out of that organization, some people are going to choose to share. Now, in countries like the US and Australia, we really are looking at about 30% of people that are really going to share that. Some are going to share a little bit, some are going to share a lot, okay? And that's totally fine. This is a total volunteer organization, but it's like understanding how do you help those people get ahead fast. And in other countries where financially things are more difficult, like Thailand and Philippines and more emerging countries, as we have more countries open, particularly Eastern Europe, Central, South America, and Asia, there is a whole bunch of people there that really are desperate for a financial opportunity to change their life and improve the quality of their life. And we really shouldn't undermine or dismiss in any way the importance of the financial opportunity for some people. In the Western countries, by far, most people get involved because we're looking for a health benefit, just like I did, just like Nicole did, and that's totally essential. And there is no wealth without your health, right? So we get that. And there are some people that they come into this business because they really are looking for an increase in time, money, freedom, an increase in quality of life, style, and a financial opportunity. So it is very important to learn the basics. You don't have to learn everything. I'd like you to really take that away from tonight is you don't want to actually get a new person and start teaching the compensation plan. It can be really quite complicated and boring. And that's why when we do an opportunity meeting or a first Discover ASEA Redox meeting, we don't actually talk much about the comp plan. It can be quite a dry subject. But for these countries and these areas or these people that really do want a financial opportunity, you're going to have to communicate to them some of the key things they have to do in a hurry in order to get paid fast. So there's some key things to that. Now, in order for a person to be paid, they obviously have to become an associate. They can't be a preferred customer and become an associate. But in saying that, being a preferred customer is still a great option to be a wholesale consumer with this organization, this product. And at any time, a person can go from a preferred customer to an associate. So I'm going to come back to that when we discuss the first few levels of the compensation plan and help you understand what are the benefits of being a preferred customer, or as a sharer of the product, as an associate looking to earn an income, what are the benefit of having preferred customers? And there's actually quite a lot now. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But in order to earn a commission, a person needs to have an associate account and they need to be active. And what does active mean? Active means that they need to have 100 PV, which is equivalent to 4 tubes or 4 bottles of ASEA, 4 tubes of Renew 28. That's 100 PV, or a combination of ASEA Via products or Renew Advanced products. That's totally fine. Whatever combination that equates to 100 PV. Now, there is a big advantage on being on auto ship. Auto ship means it's a monthly order that it's set up and it just automatically triggers that transaction at that particular day of the month. And then that product is automatically shipped out to the recipient, to the customer or the associate. Now, auto ship, when you're on auto ship, you're active all the time. As long as your auto ship runs, you're active all the time. And sometimes people get a little bit scared or afraid of auto ship. They feel like they're locked in, but they're really not. And auto ship can be canceled at any time. As long as it hasn't actually processed, like you call the day before, and it hasn't processed, you can cancel that auto ship. And there is no obligation or no challenge with that, as long as you understand what are the consequences as far as your loyalty rewards program. And if you're lucky enough to be banking volume in your business, you will lose that if you become inactive, but that's totally fine. When people are first starting, that's usually not a big issue for them. It's about helping people understand that they're safe, okay? They're not locked into anything. They have given a commitment to have a monthly order, and that's it, and you can cancel at any time. Also remembering that within the first 30 days that there's a money back, 100% money back guarantee on the product. It doesn't include shipping and handling, but say 29 days, a person's been involved with ASEA, they've been using the products, and for whatever reason, they don't want to continue. And I would suggest that that's been a lack of customer service or a lack of understanding that person's needs and wants and fulfilling the solution for that person. That's usually where that happens. And then they haven't been followed up and they haven't been taught how to use the product correctly to get the result that they need. That's usually why people cancel, right? But if that's all happened correctly, even if they just decide, I don't want to do an auto ship on the 29th day, they can call up, cancel their auto ship, ask for a refund, get 100% money back guarantee on their product. Doesn't include the shipping and handling, which is only $7 for the Renew, right? So it's really important to help people understand that an auto ship is no big deal. You know, it's literally a phone call or an email to just stop the auto ship, okay? But an auto ship, some of the advantages of an auto ship, and when I do an enrollment for a new associate, I nearly always do an auto ship. Even if the customer doesn't really understand, I'll have a conversation with them. And I will guarantee to them that I will get back to them several times before their auto ship runs. And if they don't want it, we'll just turn it off. Okay, because a lot of people don't understand what an auto ship is. So it does take some education on your behalf. But when you get it right, you build that organization of wholesale consumers. And that's awesome. So whether it's for a preferred customer or an associate, an auto ship, the way it works, if it's set up on, like, for example, today, on the 2nd of October, a new enrollment, for example, or you set up an auto ship today, a new enrollment will process today, and the auto ship will run on the 2nd of next month. It'll run on the same calendar day the next month. Now, the average number of weeks per month is actually 4.3 weeks. If you don't do an auto ship, in order to remain active as an associate to get commissions, you actually need to put in a manual order every 4 weeks, not every 4.3 weeks. People do sometimes get confused they think if I've got 100 PV order in a week, that they're still eligible for commission. 100 PV order in a month, that they're still eligible for commissions. And I have seen circumstances where people didn't understand the difference between an order and an auto ship, and it may have just been a day where they've missed out and they've become inactive, and they've actually lost their loyalty reward points, their any banked volume, and their commissions for that week. And I just hate to see that happen. So it is much better to be on auto ship. The company actually gives us a little advantage. It allows us to be active for longer, on average 4.3 weeks a year. So that actually is a reduction in cost in order for your account to be eligible for commissions. Now, the loyalty reward program is fantastic. I'm not going to go into too much depth about that. You can log into your virtual office and click on the loyalty rewards program. Have a look at the different buttons there. There's like an information button, a history button, and a redeem points button. And that'll give you all the information you need to know how the loyalty rewards program works. But basically, if you're just starting and enrolling with a small order, you start on 5%. If you start with a bigger order, you can actually start up to 20% loyalty rewards from the beginning. So that is an advantage of a large enrollment order. And there's 5, 10, 15%. It maxes out at 20% loyalty rewards points. If you're just starting at 5, after 3 months, so on the 4th month, that 5% goes up to 10%. And then after another 3 months, it goes up to 15%. And after another 3 months, it goes up to 20%. And what does that mean? That means that if you put 100 PV order in, that you'll get 5% of points if you're at 5%. So you'll get 5 points. If you're at 20%, you'll get 20 points. If you put a 200 PV in, and you're at 5%, that's 10 points. At 20%, it's 40 points. Now, those points are PV, and that PV equates to how much PV you can claim as free product. So say I'm running on 20% loyalty reward program, and I'm putting in 100 PV order, I get 20 points. You can see, or I'm in a family, like for example, Nicole and I, we're executives as well. So we actually need a 200 PV monthly order to be eligible for our executive commissions. And there's Nicole and I and baby Joy. So we would use in excess of 400 PV points of product a month, probably more like 600 actually. We're kind of addicts to this stuff. We love it, right? And we're getting 20% on top of that. So that's 120 points per month in a 600 PV month, right? That's just under 5 free tubes of Renew a month that we get. So that 20% is like a 20% discount. Now, I know it takes a little while to build up to that, or you can start faster with a high enrollment order. But to me, that's a massive reward. And I know many associates actually order their Renew Advanced products through their loyalty rewards program. If I were to become inactive, even though I was on the 20%, I would lose that 20%. I would go back to 5%, and I would lose any points that I'd accumulated. I believe ASEA Corporate does have a 1-month grace period that someone has financial hardship or they get sick or something happens. You can call customer service, I believe, get a 1-month grace period where they'll keep the points for you. But I think that's only a one-off sort of issue. Okay, so be careful with that. If you do have a mishap and you become inactive, make sure you call customer service, try and get those points redeemed. Or put an order, in straight away on the Monday or the Tuesday following the week that you're inactive, and see if they can redeem those points for you. But generally speaking, you become inactive, you lose those loyalty reward points. Now, the loyalty reward points are the same for a preferred customer and an associate. So that's a massive incentive for people to stay on the auto ship and build up that free points coming back to them. And it's exactly the same for a preferred customer and associate. The shipping is now also the same for a preferred customer and an associate. And these are two systems that used to be different. It used to always be a lot better for the associate, but they've become a lot more fair and even, which is actually really good in making the preferred customer option a lot more attractive. So that's one thing. Now, the other thing to be aware of is if you are getting banked volume, that you do lose that if you become inactive as well. So being active is really, really important. And the simplest way is to just go on AutoShip. Now, say an associate, they've enrolled, they've started on AutoShip, then really what they want to be looking at is they have 14 days to get the director bonus. And the director bonus is a $50 US or a 50 G global bonus, global
business units.
Sorry, global business units.
As 802
global business units, which is equivalent to US dollars. And every fully operational country has a rate where the currency, their local currency, is exchanged for US dollars. In emerging markets that are not yet fully operational, like the Philippines, like Poland, Colombia, and Dominican Republic, they're the only four countries that are not fully operational and are becoming fully operational. They are still paying in US dollars and being paid commissions in US dollars. So that 50 global business units would be 50 US dollars. Now, also remembering that in order for them to get the director bonus, they have to be on active, and then they have to have one on their left and one on their right, which are also active. So a minimum order for that to happen is 100 PV and 100 PV auto ship, and that's an extra 20 US dollars from the fast start bonus of each of those people. So at a minimum, if a person achieves the director bonus within 14 days, they're earning 90 US dollars, $50 director bonus and $20 each side from the fast start bonus. The fast start bonus, of course, can go up considerably if they're enrolling with a much larger pack. So for example, they're enrolling with 1,000 PV pack, like a big entrepreneur pack, then that's actually a 200 US dollar commission plus the 50 plus whatever's on the other leg. Okay, so that director bonus really is a way to help people get paid really fast and to get them started really fast. So going back to the comp plan,
Justin,
find the comp plan. What you want to do is in your virtual office, and I'll just share this, and I know we're going a little bit over time, but Nikki, you took way too long to do your promotions. And this is the actual real training that I had intended for tonight. Okay, so in your virtual office, so if there's the loyalty rewards points there, if you go to the top, you click to menu, you go to resources, and you go to library there. Under the library, and you can change it for the country that you require, and the appropriate compensation plan will come up. But say, for example, I want to look at the US one, or say a country like Philippines, which is just opening. So it will be like the US compensation plan. And there's two there. There's a summary and there's the whole plan. So the summary is a 2-pager, and it's the one that I would recommend you give to people to get started, because you don't want to complicate it too much. Okay, so like I was saying, there's a retail sales, and that might be you put up to a 50% markup on that. The preferred customers are great for people that are really sick and really they need the product, but they're just not interested in the business at this point. And there's a really great commission on the preferred customer. So the preferred customer is 25 US dollars for every 100 PV, and whatever PV that they have, so they have 4 tubes, it's 100 PV, that's converted to 50 CV, commissionable volume, and that's added to a person's active status. Okay, so this is a way to help people be active without having to have their own order ship or order in, and that 50 PV is also added to the lesser leg. Okay, so in that example, a person who perhaps they've got 250 on one leg and 300 on the other leg, they have a preferred customer of 4 tubes, that they get a $25 US commission for that, and the 50 is added to their lesser leg, and that'll actually help them get paid as a director 300, which is an extra $5 US. So it equates to about a $30 US commission per month for a 100 PV order in a preferred customer. Now, an associate on the lesser leg, doing an enrollment, 100 PV order, $20 US, and then 10% of the 100 PV is $10. So that's also $30 US, but that's only for the first month. Every month after, that associate is only generating 100 PV, and the commission is $10 a month, where the preferred customer continues to be the $30 a month. So from a cash flow perspective, for someone just getting started, trying to recoup their costs of being on the product immediately, and particularly in these emerging countries where the financial opportunity is more important to them, a preferred customer is a really good opportunity to earn commissions quickly. And if a person has 6 preferred customers on auto ship in a month, and particularly if they can get 2 in 1 week, that'll help them be active and get their commissions up enough to pay for the whole product. And that's a way to get them started. So between that and the director's bonus, $50 US in 14 days, 20 each side, that's $90 US. If they can duplicate the director bonus 3 times in 3 weeks in 3 generations deep, that'll actually generate 700 points of volume on each side. So pretty amazing way to get started in a hurry. I hope that helps. I wouldn't worry too much about EMP or diamond pools, and there's these amazing great payments systems as you go down the track and you head towards bronze. But for the most part, just look at the first 5 ways to get paid: retail sales, preferred customer, fast start bonus, director bonus, and team commissions. And Bob's your uncle. That's how you get paid fast. Okay, so I know we're already over time for the training. I'm going to wrap up quickly, and I would encourage you to do training on to look at those documents in the VO and know how to be paid, and encourage your people that want to be paid to look at that very quickly. Okay, any last comments? Right, well, we're going to stop the recording here.